I'm just going to press the button already. So before anything else has a chance to go even remotely wrong. It's not going to work, is it? Suck my dick. Oh, it's working. Excellent. Oh, it was such an elegant setup. I swear it gets worse every fucking... What is this? Moderation... Will you fuck off trying to make me moderate shit? I don't do that. If something's that bad, I'm sure you're this and... Oy vey. Anyways, I suppose I should do that. I know what was up. It was in there. I don't get why you can't do this bit before you start streaming, because it is minging. It is minging me having to do this like while the stream. We shouldn't have any of that shit. You don't do that. You don't do moderation. Will you fuck yourself? I hate this fucking... I just want to play my damn N64 game. I'm gonna stab someone. Oh, really, yeah. Right, we're gonna just assume it's all fine. Right? Something will be broken. Something's always broken. I ain't even got my controller over here. Yours it not reach? Oh, it does. It fucking... It had better, because if it hadn't... If that hadn't reached, I would have just pulled on it until it did. And then we'd have seen what's fucking happened. I can't remember what I was up to in the game. I can't remember what I was up to in the game, and I can't remember what's going on. But we'll figure it out. I played this game a few times in my life. So, you know, it can't be that bad. But we'll figure it out. When catch card catches up, there we go. That should be alright. Soon find out. Yeah, that's good. Right. It's going in all its glorious 90s capture quality. I'm still not sure why it looks pixelated when it goes on the StarTech. Like, even my new capturing method will not get around that. There should be one of these is not complete. This one. Bloody hell, I am slow on this playthrough. I don't care. I like this game. I've happily played this game for ages. The problem with streaming is you need like one continuous run. I usually don't have time in like a long continuous chunk. Even on this one, I'm probably going to have to eat on the live stream or something. But I don't mind doing so much. I'm sure somebody out there won't like that, but unfortunately I have to do that, or else, like, you know, I'd starve and die and stuff, you know. It's like, because I'm purple. Person. People. Tried to say both at once. Give up purple. I suppose it would be purple if I stopped eating, right? Or maybe more of a mauve colour. I don't really know. I don't like trash. I usually at least shave before I do a stream, but sod it. Nah, not today. Ain't got time. I still wonder if that is why I have some performance issues in some games that other people don't. The fact that I pull the camera out so it's like drawing more polygons. Let's see, how far have we gotten? So one thing I don't like with this is the slow cameras. Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, we max that. We max that. Oh shit, so we just... What is it, Mad Monster Mansion next? I think it is. I'll roll a cigarette. How much can I do? Oh, I actually got it though. to do this. But let's go get out. I'm sure there's something up here. Hang on, did we do that grunt his eye thing yet? No, that's not in there yet. I'm sorry, I haven't touched the game since I last streamed it. And I think at this point that is running into the months ago sort of category. I've already fucking been at it. Bastards. Fuck. Well, that's alright. Ah, no, it's a good job I came up here. I've forgotten everything this bitch has ever told us. We'll have to go and check that before we go to Farmer's Fun. Tadpoles on toast. What type of tadpoles? I'm not sure I want to know. Tell me something else. Get that image out of my head. And she usually has maggot pie. Maggot pie? That's a book. Get that out there. Hang on a minute. Probably have that here somewhere. I have. So that beat that. Fuck yeah. Maggot pie. I like the thought now that she's not actually eating pie and she's actually just eating a buck. There's probably like to annoy people who like that series of books because I think they changed the name of that at some point. I think it's called like The Meanest Genie or something now. Wartbags then finishes with cockroaches and cream for dessert. Now what were we saying about tadpoles on toast? You had to tell me this one last. I hate this acorn-headed fucking bimbo. I'm glad you're not in the second game, you know. Well, I don't like that game. I won't waste my time on it, but I'm glad you're not in it. The thing is, Tooty's not in it either. She just doesn't exist anymore, and so I assume... Well, Gruntilda didn't kidnap her, so maybe Brentilda did. And we just never find out. Or maybe I like not knowing. I don't want to know what she does to her. The thing she's coming out with are fucking offensive, so... I mean, they don't offend me, but... They're not nice. Just going to get you killed. I thought Bed Monster was on the end of the... I don't know no more. Well, we'll figure it out. No, it's at the end of those tunnels that you swim down and never... Isn't it? Stop fucking about. There are plenty of opportunities to music. I like to music, you know. It's a really odd selection of things to place their feathers. I always quite like the textures in this room, I've got to be honest. Well, there's something drew in there, though. There was something in that tunnel. Great, the game has fucking ghosts in it. Fine. Well, we are going Mad Monster Mansion, you know, it's probably thin. They're probably just in there, they're trying to greet us. There's nothing to worry about. Now to worry about. And even if it is, we're just going to pretend it isn't. Because that's what we do around here. Oh, Mumbo token. We only have 2 Mumbo transformations left now. None are particularly brilliant. Pumpkin one's just slow and fucking annoying. Oh, I don't know where my guidebook is, so if I get stuck, I'm on my own this time. Yes, surface now the evil killer fish. I can't see, it's quite hard work. To lump around the... Yeah, I'm not listening to you, Grundy. I mean, it looks nice, this area. I never come back here. Perfectly die. The waltz we dance is a waltz of death. The peace was in the world we left. The notes some missing our chords and clouds. The shit. I struggle with perspective on the N64 more than I used to. I used to be unusually good at gauging distances and stuff on this console, and I seem to be experiencing it like everyone else does at this point. Yeah, this is Mad Monster. Oh, we've got pipe organs. Can't go wrong with that. Thing is, the text underneath them is so blurry so as to almost be fucking pointless. I know I am. It is somewhere. That's the one. I knew I had that loaded in there somewhere. Right, well anyways, let's actually get in a level. Oh fuck it, there's no rush, is there? What was this, Christmas live stream? If it goes on long enough, I just won't have to do it next Christmas because it'll still be going on. There is a Cheeto page above this area. I think we can get to it. Yeah, I'll just ignore it. No urgency to get there. Yeah, well. Yeah, you by all means, like, you know, just, I'll just sit here and think about how much better my N64 is than my Atari. I'd still like to stream with the 7800 one day, but I don't have, like, many games for it, so... Where's the entrance to Mad Monster Mansion? It was through that other tunnel, wasn't it? It's in Grunty's mouth. Oh, no, we're not going there again. I own quite a few games for the 2600, which obviously will work on my 7800, but... I don't like any of them that much. They're like horrible. In Mad Monster Mansion is the level I always forget. That's the other Cheeto page is down there. That is going to be a shit show with my wrist. I'm almost surprised looking back. This is raw and they didn't actually put names on the headstones. Because it really feels like it'd been a raw game. They would have put that in extra bit of detail, you know? I think I need to break this now. Because I have to, like, get down here as a pumpkin later. Only when I come out of there. Hang on, I rigged some up specially, you know, talking about musicking. Big steps. Yeah, what they expensive where you are, 7800s? Couldn't help it, had to. Most of it's... Yeah, no, the games... you see, it's like... I don't know, actually, because the price of the console's gone up here, but neither are particularly expensive, but... It used to be that the games cost more than the system itself, as in the games could be like, you know, 18 quid. Most of them still had the box and everything. It's weird how many are still now, like, still new and unused. Especially, it was actually moderately popular system in my country. Like, I don't think it did so well, like, you know, in the United States and stuff compared to other things. But over here, it was, you know, we don't have a lot of disposable income in the UK, so if it's cheap, it'll sell quite well. And that was really what you know, kept it going here into the 90s. $100, man. You could probably build one for less than that. These two guests are rather dumb. Let's make sure they're unwelcome. Well, that's just not very nice. Solve that problem. Well, what order do we want to do things in here? Because, I mean, I'm going to have to do something. I can't just admire the level forever. None of these rooms have doors. Yeah, there is ghosts. They didn't look like what I saw in the entrance, so I don't know about that, but the rogue's made of bloody polygons. It's a bit of a waste. I mean, I guess there's not really much else going on in there. I still can't believe it took me like nearly 20 yards to realise the windows actually flicker in this place. What is the most dangerousest? I don't think any of the puzzles are particularly dangerous in this, are they? Probably not. I mean, probably... Well, it might go to $200, or people might just lose interest in it and it ends up being worthless. I mean, nobody really cares that much about the 78, at least not here, you know. Everyone just moved on to the fucking NES because James Rolfe, no one really gave a fuck about it as much before then. Like, people had sort of fond memories of it, but it was generally acknowledged like, yeah, it was just a necessary stepping stone, like, you know, that whole generation had nothing that the generation after didn't do better. That girl's getting on my nerves. Ginger! You can as well. Never tested that before. I remember. I must have done at some point. But this game too long to have not tested that. But yeah, I must remember all the notes because if I don't find them, I don't have that guidebook. I don't know where it is. I can probably find it, but it's flying upside down. Oh no, it's not. There's an enemy in one of the Mario games that always looked like it was upside down. I can't remember which one it is now. No, this one's the worst. Bloody Tumblr. I'm not sure if it'd do worse if it was fucking Reddit. Greetings, solid one. I'm Tumblr, the mighty. Solve the puzzle, and you can take this infernal thing that's stuck underneath me. Okay, I'll do that. Dodgy cameras. I thought that was an N, it's a Z. Fuck this purple bastard. Now I can't see. It's quite lenient how far you can sort of drift over. I'll just take the hits off the ghost, I don't think it matters that much. The other must be back over there. So maybe not the most efficient path. I used to have the best path for this, like, memorised in my head. I-E suggests a more feminine form than Y or EI. At last, the puzzle is solved. Take this thing. I'm leaving this gloomy shed. It's one hell of a shed, though. I wonder if he took the purple ghost with him. You'll never see him again. Second gen's cheap if you want, like, anything other than, like, you know, you only want the Atari. Anything that's not the Atari, it starts getting really hard to find and expensive. Like, you cannot get in television shit here very, like, cheaply. ColecoVision, I'm still not sure we had it, just because I've never seen one here. Never known anyone to have one, so I'm really not sure if we ever had that system in this country. Coleco. And when I've seen it for sale, it's always... Oh shit. Those lovely thorns, how they've grown. Music to my ears, as you know. So I'm really not sure we ever actually... You know, it's always US import when I've seen them for sale. Yeah, I know, like, some places are like, you know, probably in Canada, but maybe not too difficult, but never seen one just lying around here. It's, if it was sold here, I guess nobody bought it. Must have preferred their Atari shit. 2600 Junior. I don't want to do that. Ah, fuck. Fine. No. Rude. Yeah, you've been rude by not letting me up there. Now I'm going to get hurt. See? Oh, this game, it fucks you over sometimes. Get lost! Oh, shovel. I made it up there. I'll go back and edit that before I upload the video. Oh, it's a live stream, I can't do that. Right, well, if you're watching this in the future, skip past that bit. Hang on, I've already had to watch that to get to... We'll figure something out. That never happened. That wasn't a thing. I don't know what anyone's on about with this thing that's not a thing, because there never was a thing, and you all just imagined it, and even I probably imagined it, but I can't even remember what it was, so let's just never mention it again. That'll do it. It's my ADI. I still haven't repaired the bell end. So it's still busted for now. It is just that silly Mitsubishi I see though. They don't seem to be very expensive, so yeah, I will just buy one eventually and shove it in there. I gather it gets quite hot, which figures, you know, it's on the neckboard doing neckboardy things, so... I guess I'm going to need those wellies to get that, aren't I? I'll take the hit, it'll be worth it. We'll get it back. There we go. I probably don't need the Mumbo token, but I'm having it just because I can. Oh wait, that doesn't hurt me going in there. Well, I did press the button. Yeah, it was quite a while ago. That's the one that driver IC's gone on. I'd probably, because I have a working monitor, I'd probably sooner fix my my stolen Grundig television first. Well, I guess we're doing the charts next. It's quite ominous sounding, actually. Go fucking faster, go fucking faster. Oh no! You're not having the satisfaction of the timer of the shoes running out on me as well. The door is very tough. Stupid bars, not fast enough. Well, I was fast enough, but somebody put a stupid fucking gate in the way. I'm starting to dislike that witch. I'm sure I didn't like her already, but I started to, just so I could start to dislike her again. Yeah, I can't remember the model name of that Mitsubishi, like IC. But they're in loads of 90s monitors. Like, they just seem to be a generic CRT driver IC. It's probably made by other companies, or there's probably similar enough ones that if I can't get one for some reason, I can just use an equivalent. Maybe just have to rewire a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that blows when... because if the power supplies went bad, there's not a lot I can do. I mean, I'm dubious on repairing the Grundig because that's a power issue, but it's a flyback transformer, you know, maybe they're a little bit sort of... Then again, it's generating a high frequency, so... No, it probably won't work, you know. Whereas the bow end monitor, it's just the RGB driver IC. So the picture just flickers and bounces up and down. Everything still has power. I have a CTX that's gone black, and that's that same IC that's failed. Because the tube gets power and everything. The heater glows. I can get the tube to flash, you know, but you just don't get a picture on it, and it just seems to be that same driver IC on the neck board. The thing is, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that National IC was pretty much the exact same. Like, it's something that I feel like would have been very generic by that time. No. It does remind me of that, but it is. Oh, sorry, Scrappy-Doo canonically dead or something. I dread to think what they've done with Scooby-Doo by now, actually. I'm just going to try and forget about that. Mousehand plays his organ with ease, but can you follow him on the keys? Well, I can try. That does not line up at all, does it? His puzzle's slow and simple, but I always like it just because it's, like, you know, music. Not bad though, but now watch me copy this tune, and amazed I'll be. His compositions are rather simplistic. Yeah, sharp. Oh, no, I gotta do it straight away. It messes with my head a bit just because the note that comes out isn't... They change. Like, it seems to just follow one of the MIDI channels' last played notes. I can assure you real instruments don't do that. Like, when you press a key, different notes don't come out. Referring to them as... There's a few nice musical cues in this level, actually. But yeah, referring to as like A through G or whatever isn't necessarily right. I mean, his organ could be tuned differently. You know, so where it wouldn't line up with what we're using. But I mean, everything seems to just be A440 in this game. Could be transposed to play another note on that key. Because, I mean, really, you're sort of wrong when you say, like, you know, call a key A, It might not necessarily, like, you know, like that key I'm stood on, calling that A, it might not be, you know, maybe it's transposed, maybe that organ would be tuned so, like, you know, things were, I'm running out of purpose. I never feel bad about using the transpose function on my keyboard. It's like, who says I want to write music in the key that it's set to? Technically then it would be more correct, surely, for me to just transpose it to make sense. Yeah, power supplies. You see, it terrifies me because it's all switching shit. And I cannot do switching power supplies. They're just horrible. Maybe I should make one of my own someday. But it might be worthwhile. Maybe if I make one myself, I might be able to understand how the hell they work. I mean, they might be, it may be worth a shot. I don't know when that would be. So I don't think anything I make is they're really not appropriate for my sort of projects. I couldn't use one with my clock because it would count silly. I can't use one with that synth when I get to making it because it'll interfere with itself. The VCR switching supplies look comparatively simple though, like versus most of them. There's definitely less parts in them. They're just needlessly complicated things. I don't understand why everything has to have a stupid switching supply. Like, you know, why does a VCR even need a switching power supply in it? It's a simple device. It doesn't use, like, a whole lot of power. I couldn't see then, so it was just a rip-off. Men who fart in church sit in own pew. There we go. I mean, the ghosts look like they're made out of farts, so, you know. And there's no other ghost on that pew, so it is sitting in its own pew. Well, floating about with it, but same difference, not like he has legs. He doesn't seem to have a butt, so well, maybe that's how he died. Just terminal flatulence. No, I don't think it's like a cost thing using a switching supply, just because there's more parts in them, so they must cost more. Like, I just think they're an anti-repair step in a lot of cases. They're designed to stop you repairing something. What I should do... That could be... No, I was gonna go back up in the rafters, wasn't I? What would be fun is try and build my own supply for a K7 and do it linear, just to see how it comes out. Because I don't think the power supply would be that big, but I think the heatsink on it would have to be quite big. You're probably going to be like 50% efficient. It's going to be dissipated by like 70 watts minimum. But I still think I can make it work. Man, I would need mega power transistors to do it. But I think I should do it. See, I'm not sure. In a lot of cases, I do not believe that switching supplies are actually smaller than the equivalent linear supply. Like, everything uses so little power now, and nearly everything's 5 fucking volts now. And the main power source for things is often, you know, not that high a voltage, so... I don't think it needs to be a switching power supply so often. Like, it really is just like, you know, yeah, sure, if it's like for my PC, it probably makes sense there, because it's got to fit in that little box, and I don't want my PC, like, you know, like, uses like 800 watts, pissing away another 600 watts and just heating my room up, but at the same time, like, why does my laptop need a switching supply? I mean, that's not very small. And I mean, if it's that much of a problem, just run it on a higher fucking voltage. There's nothing to stop, like, you know, something running at a higher fucking voltage. Like, then it'd get less fucking, you know, you'd be able to make the supply smaller. And if you design a circuit around it, it'd be perfectly efficient. It's just me, I did the brightness go out when I walked over there. That was weird. And I saw that as well. I am going to suck balls at that fucking engine room. When I go in Rusty Bucket, I am going to do the engine room first. Right, I'm done with this stupid... That's what killed Mertzan, that jump pad. He sat on the stool and it just smashed his head into the roof. That's what happened. I have built a linear power supply for a PC before. So maybe I should build another one sometime, just to prove it can be done. Banjo. Well, that wasn't very useful. The voice always reminds me of one of my old teachers. I don't know why, but it just does. I'm still not sure how people here fuck, like, coming out of it. There's nothing like it. It's so clearly thank you. Ah, stupid dog. Well, even his in these eggs that they can grow flowers anyway. Controller's still dodgy though, that's going to help matters any. It's been vicious. Persistent fucking thing, ain't it? How many hits are going to take? Oh, fuck off. Fucking thing. It killed me. Yes! I'm definitely curious. I reckon I could make the size comparable. Just based on the fact that it's in a box, because I can get good airflow when it's in a chassis. And so I'll be able to keep it cool. That won't be super efficient, but... No. I could make it quite efficient. I could. It would be... Oh no, that was bullshit. Oh, fuck off. Fucking game. There's ways I could certainly... Yeah, there's ways I could certainly make it more efficient. You know, there's certain techniques that I end up employing in my clock that if I have access to integrated circuits, I can totally use, like... As the clock, I'm not allowed to use integrated circuits. I set that rule up. I'm very, very tempted to use segment display drivers, but I'm not actually sure any of them can handle the current of my displays anywhere. So I think I am just going to have to buy like tons of strip. No one sells it in high quantities. It's pretty annoying. But I think I am just going to have to buy lots and lots of strip board next payday and just cordwood it that way. I think it's the only way I'm going to get that done. It's fucking expensive. Strip board. Yeah, it kept having a go at me about moderation and shit over and over again when I started the stream. You know, they've got to make my stream that's not marked as family friendly and is probably only of interest to people who are like over 25 and is certainly watched by really people who are over 30, like 99.9% of like my channel, you know, is people over 30 years old. They've got to make sure it's kid friendly. Kid friendly. Now what the heck is going on? Game's acting weird today. I'll make spooky noises. Yeah, that's quite a full. This is actually higher than the house. What the fuck is that? It's like a pole. Oh no, it's part of the wind vane thing. Isn't that what they call those? Oh no, I always just called them swingy rooster things. News. I don't see the news. It's going to be fun when there's thunder and lightning though, that's fucking sure. I'm sure I remember that cancelling the fall animation. Well, this isn't at all safe. But we have to do it because I need the notes. Yeah, you deserve it, Ghost. You was killed once and you'll be killed again. No, those go through the walls, don't set them off. Ginger. Ginger. Who would have thought? Hey, Lauren. You better have got me something good for my birthday. Why? Because otherwise, it'll annoy the birthday badgers. There's no such thing as birthday badgers. Ah, yeah, there is. You just don't know because you always got me something good before. But, I mean, I think you're going to try and fob me off and get me something, like, rubbish. And then the birthday badgers. What's a birthday badger? Ah, well, I'm glad you asked. They're like badgers, right? And if you buy someone a shit present, that really annoys them. And they'll come round and they'll turn up at your house. And they'll, like, eat you or something. No. Yeah. Because that's what they do. That's their birthday badgers, you know. And they especially hate gingers. So they'll definitely get you. No. Yeah, definitely. I know. I've heard about these things. You're lucky. You always got me good stuff, so if you not break that this year, then get me something rubbish. It's the birthday badgers turn up. I'll fly better than you bet. I didn't have a lot. No, just a Gruntilda get it. Have I ever seen Grunties first? I don't know if I've ever noticed that. That looks like artwork out of a fucking Game Boy game or something. Like the colour one. Those things are fucking awful. I still hate handhelds. It still baffles me how Nintendo's like the last one really making handhelds. Like, is Sony even bothering anymore with like the PSP? Because I don't hear anything about the PSP. So I'm sort of assuming it's just retired at this point. That they're not doing it anymore. I've got that work, so I'm getting the chimney, haven't I? I think this is where Boglog is. Yeah. Don't punch the bog, it didn't do anything to you. God, the bar is much too fat to fit in Logger's mouth. Well, that's not nice. No mirrors in this game. I wonder what proportion of video game mirrors are broken. Yeah, the Rye Vita is the last one I heard of. Those taps are the wrong way around. This is a fucking outrage. Grunt is violating health and safety laws. That's not on. I don't know if it applies in other countries, but here's the thing, right? In England, if you like install taps on like a sink, faucets, you know, or really anything, and you have a hot and cold, you have to put the cold on the right and the hot on the left. The council here has a tendency to do it the wrong way, but it must be that way around. That is like actually a regulation at the very least, may actually be a law that you have to do that. Because if they were just in a random order, you know, just on one occasion, or all the time, then any given tap you turn on could be a hot tap and burn yourself. Or scold yourself. Get in a shower now. It's probably just as well we did just stand in the bog. Yeah, frame rate went a bit shitty then. I still don't know why I want to dive the frame rate took in 2E. I mean, this level's getting on for the scale of like areas that are in 2E, and it seems to do just fine. We're under the floorboards, yeah! I've got to come back in here as a pumpkin then, haven't I? If that's under there. This looks like somewhere I'd fucking live. Bog monsters, kill it. I want it so bad, let me have it. Stick my beak through it. I didn't jump then to do that move, the game thought I had jumped. It's weird, you can sort of fit under there, it's like the collision slurped or something, it's really odd. Can't really imagine why that would be either. Like, usually I'm like, you know, the right sort of minded to like think of a reason, and I can't really do it with that. Ginger! That poor girl, though, I used to tell her that everything, like, you know, that was, I'd tell her was going to come and kill her or whatever. It was always, and they especially ate gingers. They can smell them, so they'll get you. I'll just run away. Yeah, stupid ghost. Nice to know you've got to get barn to pick that up. The barn actually hits you fast. We've just confirmed with doing that move. That's what I wanted to try. The Addams Family. Yeah. It doesn't sound much like it, but it still kind of is. So how did I get that? Did I just run in there? That doesn't seem right. No, there's a fly pad, isn't there? No, he stood on the fly pad though. I can't remember how to do it. That's on one of the chars. That seemed a bit weird them having two like that though. Yeah, like I can come in here as a pumpkin. That must be how we do it. Shit! napper while he's sleeping. I can hear someone down there creeping. Oh yeah, fucking laugh it up, you bastard. Laugh it up, you bastard. See how fucking clever you are now. My golden prize you better not take. Not while old nappers awake. I don't like him. I think he's horrible. Well, whatever, we'll go back on the roof and then we'll fucking come back and... I don't remember that bit of the music. That's disjoint. Strange stuff. I don't think I ever sat and listened to that before. For that long, and I always just left the room. Oh, fuck, it's horrible in there. It is horrible in there. Fuck that room. It's one of the most dumb puzzles in the whole game. Yep. Shit. What time is it? I'll have to have more stomach medication soon. But it won't really interrupt the stream very much. So I just have to stand up and swallow it. And then I'll have to consume something, like not too long after, but I'll just have a glass of milk. I'll get a cigarette going here. I'll have a swig of water. Real quick, I might as well. Fucking Nintendo's the last handhelds. Sega was the only one who ever knew how to make handhelds. And I still think, in some alternate reality somewhere, Sega, rather than leaving the console market, just pushed handhelds really hard and was somehow successful. I think if they'd actually done it, it would have failed, but I think there's some alternate universe where things would line up just right, where it would work. I mean, I definitely remember that being a thing. It was very 90s, that series. I don't remember it being terrible or anything either, I just remember it existing. It's one of those. Oh, shove off, game. Oh, that woke him up and I just didn't get the fucking... I'm annoyed now, game. I'm gonna just yellow feather that ghost like, out of existence. Will absolutely. Right, let's try this again. This is one of them puzzle pieces that took me fucking years to get the first time I played this game, and I had no shame in admitting that. Of course it would walk on it, because only the floor creaks and table doesn't. Makes sense when you actually think of it. Now it's gone. Yes, I'm mad. My boot I'll put up your useless spooky butt. Well, we're already up his butt. I notice he doesn't have that little Caspary worm bit, so he actually does have a butt, unlike the other ghosts. I want to cut this extra life. The debt sorting's broken, so I'm not gonna look at that very, very much. Mum does appear and looks extra creepy and the broom. But she actually has pictures of Brentilda there, which does sort of make me think that she maybe does have ulterior motives. This is what I'm going with now. That jump pad The mantelpiece is going to set fire. Look at this shit. Smoke. Turn the fire off. You can't turn it off, it's coal. Well, put it out. Like piss on it or something. I don't fucking know. Just don't let it burn. That ain't my house, I don't care. But yeah, I think that's where Tootie went. I think. Brentilda kidnapped her after the events of this game. This analog stick's going. I'm not getting full speed in certain directions. TNT around a tower. The unfortunate thing is, I can place no particular episode of that cartoon in my head because nobody I knew watched it. So, you know, it could be, it could not be, and I wouldn't know. We could fit through that fucking hole. That's the second time this has happened. So instead we just have these stupid rose thorn things. Stupid. Why don't you just cut them down? I mean, just plants, right? Just buy some weed killer and fix it, and that salt would work. Gross, kill it. Right, here we go. Now I get to be a stupid fucking pumpkin once again. It is the worstest fucking transformation, the worstest one. He's getting fucking extortionate 20 fucking numbers overlapping fucking head dollar things. Oh. Ah, Mumbo proud of pumpkin spell. Make good soup. Stuff you. Blink. I don't know, I just remember that time his eyes blinked out a sinker. It was really jarring. Anyway, this game, Banjo-Kazooie. It wasn't that expensive last time I looked. I mean, I have a second copy of it, because I just got it because I wanted the box, because mine was, like, lost years ago. But it was only like £5 or something. Tooie's expensive. Yeah, Kazooie I don't think it's worth anything here still. Maybe it is now. I mean, it was only a couple of years ago. Going up the stupid pumpkin rampy thing. Yeah, this was fucking, that was like 2/3 of all our fucking Mumbo totem things. The fucker. Well, what else are you going to spend them on? I mean, he's got his own sodding currency at this point, hasn't he? Fucking... Yeah, I should put a fucking Mumbo token and I'll sell it as one of those non-functioning testicle things. Or whatever they're called. You know the things I mean, right? Yes, I'll do that. I'll make a fucking fortune. What if I did? What if I made, like, 50 billion fucking quids on it? Yeah, this flooring's terrible. Look at that line there. That is... the Loggo the Boggo. Right, let's go in there. Happy landings, little one. Why is this flush water, like, poopy coloured? Bloody that's insane. You'd probably just buy a flash cartridge for that. Down the bog, we're going down the fucking bog. I've gone down the toilet now. I'm guessing this is a septic tank rather than actual sewers that I'm building this edge. We can never kill those. Ugh. Man, we're fucking stinking here. Even the water droplets sort of like before they break off. I don't want to... We're actually walking on Gruntilda's tards, you realise that, right? I'm getting out of it, this is fucking horrible. Ocarina of Time was cheap here when I looked as well. Like, again, maybe isn't now, it was a couple of years ago. See if I can't go down the sink. Yeah, Conker's Bad Father used to sell silly money if you actually got it in a shop. I mean, that was like, you know, we're talking 2006 and people wanted like 120 quid for it already. It was stupid, you know, it hadn't even been out 10 years. And it would cost more than it did new. No, really, you did buy a flash cartridge at this point. There's no incentive to own the real fucking thing unless you really, really, really want it bad. You know, it's not like the gameplay is any different. If I was using a flash cartridge to do this, would anyone be able to tell the difference? Hell no. It's just a bloody, you know, EEPROM and some SRAM and a stinky piracy chip. I hate copy protection. I think it's anti-consumer. I'm going to outlaw that. If I come to power, you will be able to actually go to prison and be put on a chain gang if you implement copy protection on something and try and sell it in my country. And I wouldn't care how many international laws I had to violate to go to, like, whatever country it came from and actually just, you know, arrest the fucker who did it, but I would totally do it. Deploy the military if I had to. See, GameCube I still haven't bought anything for. I still don't own one, I just have that Wii. I had a splash sound there. I think I've had that before, I think. Somewhere right on the edge of this bucket there's like this tiny little bit of not underwater. So I have 87 notes, there's like 13 left and I have one puzzle piece to get. Where is it? Wish I had a fucking guidebook, isn't it? Well, I can get that honeycomb piece at least, so I might as well go and do that. Right. Yeah, get off. I'll probably remember to get those tumbler notes that are in there. So if I didn't get those, then... Well, I'm walking past it, so I gotta have a check. Yeah, well, you know, I still intend at some point to make that Wii just not need discs. It seems like it's very, very easy to do, so again, there's no incentive to own the real fucking things at this point. You know, there's some games I will get the genuine cartridge for eventually because I like them enough, like, you know, Rise Star. It's a Mega Drive game, obviously, but that's more my generation. I will get, like, the genuine cartridge of that and everything eventually, but I'm in no hurry to do it. You know, that'll be more like just a Christmas present to myself 1 year or something. Just because it's nice to have. But if I can't get it at a price that I actually sort of like, then I'm not going to be upset and I'll just do without it. You know, don't matter. Okay, it should be both of those for this level then. So yeah, we just have a puzzle piece left. There's a room I've not been in. And I don't think I can get there as the pumpkin. As it was one of them end rooms. I can go and unpumpkin myself. I think all the pumpkin-y shit's done. But I've done things in the wrong order because I'll have to re-pumpkin before I leave. But, yeah, alright. It's not that far, is it? Whoops. Now, it's better we have a little roll on it. Like, you know, like... Instead of... Damn it. Oh yeah. Not sure how it looks in car curb sequence. Yeah, well, I have a harder time, like, you know, with the concept of paying a lot of money for a disc as well. It's a piece of polycarbonate, you know. At least the cartridges for things are kind of bulky, which doesn't. Never heard that before. I didn't just imagine that, did I? Because that was going on in a screen transition. They sound like a really low wolf howl or something. I've never heard that before. Game has sound effects in it I never knew about. How do I fucking get out of here? Fucking thank you, game. I don't mind this level, but it really doesn't make as much an impact as other levels in this game. Like, you know, it's not a bad level. It does everything right. Really? What? Fuck yourself, game. You know, it does everything right. It just doesn't leave as hard of an impression. It will be somebody's favourite level in, like, any game ever, and they're going to get really upset. But no, I wouldn't try and take that away from someone, because I can see why someone would like it. It just, like I say, to me, it just doesn't hit as hard as the other levels. It's just not as memorable for whatever reason. Yeah, we got biffed pretty bad in this one. Ghost, die. Stay dead this time. There's nothing in the chest at night, but there's a ginger on top of a fucking bed. I thought it was a thingy here. Oh wait, we got it for getting the ginger, don't we? But how do we get him? Alright, yeah. Looks shake my brain sometimes, you know. He just stuck his head through the ceiling. I'm coming up there, and you're coming with me. There you go. Now we're in the roof. And the only reason I'm not pirating apparently my chart touches the keys. That must be what I heard before. Playing slightly ahead though. Just slightly. Right, well, I might as well go in that other room just for completion's sake. Stupid room, stupid glass, and stupid fucking windows get broke. Duh, duh, duh. It is curious how they're rigged to not knock you back when you break those windows, actually, because pretty much everything else does. Not coming back here, just pick the honeycomb up. There we go! I say it should be a breakable box. You see, I've heard of parquet flooring, parquet, whatever it is, that stupid fucking more work than it needs to be flooring. I've never heard of parquet ceilinging. So that is just bad taste. Yeah, well, you know, if it's cheap, then, yeah, you get the legit stuff. Because you might go up in price and you might be able to sell it later and then pirate it. I mean, I would do that with, like, you know, some stuff. Like, if it got real expensive, I'd just sell it. And then just rely on a flash cart and then I'd invest the money I'd made in something else. I still think the pumpkin should have a way to go down here. I'm sure I tried it once with like the L to levitate cheat, which I'd be able to do if I was using the flash cart. But yeah, the only reason I'm not using the flash cart is because I can't bother to switch it back over to PAL because I had to take it to bits and there's this little switch on it. It's not hard to do, but it's I just use my original cartridge. Right, fine. Let's do this, now we leave this stinking level. Yeah, Banjo, it's him. He ripped us off 20 fucking Turkins. But yeah, I'd invest whatever money I got left over in like something else that I'm just gonna like sell years later. Yeah, it was, you know, our sort of am and aren't. Right, I'd primarily not do it for the money, but then I also would, like, if I realised I could make a lot of money out of it, then I'd be like, well, shit, you know, I'm just going to profit on this. Because, like most people, I do like making money, you know, it's good, you can buy things. The women like you more. So I always make sure that they think I have no money at all, because it's wonderful. When women think you're poor, a lot of them aren't interested in you, and you're like, well, it's not good, surely you want women. Yeah, but not that sort. So always make them think you're fucking broke. Like, you know, I've got enough to run my house, that's all you need to know. Because he doesn't have a lot of money, he doesn't wear fashionable clothing, or like, yeah. Well, I'm not correcting you, and if you don't like it, you can fuck off. I mean, I am relatively poor. Well, yeah, I don't know how. Well, you gay men probably like money as well. You know. You know, they probably want like a sugar daddy or something. Some of them, surely. It's like anyone else, really. I don't know much about this. I've never tried to attract men, so. We are unpumpkined. This is like the weird sort of. See, I don't like the way he's sat over us like that, the fucker. He's horrible. But the more times I play this game, well, that ghost don't want to go. The more times I play this game, the more I start to dislike that Mumbo. Water, level 1. Evil. Evil. It's the evil. Oh yeah, you have to be a pumpkin to get out again, even though I could quite clearly fit through that hole again. Join me now and dump the bar. That little backpack, then I'll lie. That still makes me think, because it comes up so much, the backpack and shorts, that I'm sure they were planning to sell them. Pumpkin making Mumbo hungry. Me get pots ready. Yeah, good luck with that. I won't be a pumpkin in a minute, you div. And off we go, and now I'm probably going to we probably will end up with pumpkin soup, because I'm going to go in that fucking lava, aren't I? With how things are going. It does control quite well, actually, the pumpkin, especially if you hold the R button in. It actually works quite well in that case. Animation on it's faster than I remember. I don't remember it being that like that. I remember it being about 2/3 the speed. Maybe 3/4 the speed, but not that fast. Go on, give me camera control. There we go. Ah, piece of piss. This is the stupid bitch. Revolting Gruntilda's bedroom has dirty undies hanging from the ceiling. You know, I think if the only woman left in the world was Gruntilda and this acorn-headed bimbo, I probably would turn gay at that point. I mean, I think I would have better prospects if these were the only two left, you know. She also has an eyeball flower growing in her pot beside her bed. Are you sure it's an eyeball? Filthy old bag. She's very quick to lay the insults down. And you'd be sick if you saw her enormous spotty purple undies. See, how do you know about all this about your sister? I mean, when, you know, I go through my sister's underwear and, like, you know, I'm caught looking at it and stuff, people say I'm being, like, creepy and a pervert and weird. But when she does it, it's fine. Like, how does that work? Like, this is unfair. It's bullshit. I fucking hate the world sometimes. It's a fucking rip-off. Yeah, I suppose. I don't really like the 2600 boxes so much though. It's silver colour, it just makes me think cheap. Which is Atari, so they probably were cheaper there. Found once more, another spell there gets. Or else. I see you turn, then grunty shell, cheater barn. I was just thinking we should bloody barn him. Nasty witch is, Sir Curd, I shall tell. Enter red feathers on sandcastle floor in treasure trove curve. I'll do that towards the end of the stream. That ugly bar, you feathered freak, is nothing but a stupid geek. See, I honestly think Gruntilda's insults are mild compared to that acorn-haired Brentilda bimbo. Yeah, coal mines are just kind of creepy anyway. Like, even coal, like, even mine explorer people won't go in coal mines. Not because they're scary like ghosts, just because they tend to be rather nasty places to go. What stopped? Is the stream stopped? If it stopped, I guess you can't answer that. It seems to be working for me. Like, I'm getting nothing to say that it's gebrochen here. What was it? I missed it. Of course, he's just going to repeat himself, isn't it? Oh, like this one, he will. Right, I got that fucking party later. I'm going to get all fucking birds, and you're not. Yeah, fucking yeah. As he sits and eats onions, raw. Wonder how he's doing. Oof. See, I don't like her poopy music either. I'm finding it hard to... I knew it was coming because it's happened before every fucking time. Stupid. No, I meant to do that because it's faster. We're speedrunning now because I didn't have to walk all the way back, you see. Pumpkin percent. Remember, magic get weak. Nobody cares. That works better for me. Yeah. Oh no, I think I'm trying to get my enjoyment like in. So now I'm paranoid that the stream's broken or something. There's nothing I can do about it if it is, because to me it's like working. Yeah, so this is the Rusty Bucket variant already played in that room there. The music hasn't like started playing over again. I'm sure there's something else I'm supposed to... Oh yeah, the grunt is eye thing. I'm sure I remember the ship being open once without the water bin over it. Maybe it was the first time I played through this game. It did freak out, so maybe that was from that. Bit of a needless shortcut there. It's not very far away. Pot monsters can't them? Apparently they can. I didn't think they could. There must be something broken with YouTube somewhere. Everything's been busted just lately, so I can't say I'm surprised. Ah, fucking bee bastards. Oh shit, there's just one left. Arg! It really does sound quite absurd. Adventure of a bar and bard? Well, maybe. It could be worse. Could be the adventures of a stupid bandicoot. They're even worse. Oh no, I thought I'd soft lock myself. I don't need to know how many puzzles, I know I've got enough. Bit industrial in here, similar patterns to that texture in blood. Might even be from like the same place. Great, it's the evil. We're doing the engine room before anything else when I go in there. But I'm sort of stalling a bit because I'm going to like have to have my gut medication, like when I finish this cigarette. It'll take mere seconds. So this is a pointless little tunnel that goes down that Mad Monster portrait zone. And there's like no collectible here or anything, so it's just like an evil sort of drown yourself tunnel. You'd have to go pretty slow to drown yourself in it, but still, it's not very nice. Does the water level in here come up with the one out there? Well, what would happen if it did and we tried to interact with the portrait in that time? Oh yeah, there's that. You see, I don't know very much about Spyro. Well, it's one of them things that never really saw around back then. Yeah, those are still on. Wow, it does massive damage! Let's see. Enough messing about. Not a good angle play. But yeah, no, the Dragon, I don't know much about Spyro, so it's I just didn't seem anyone in my area had it. It seems to have sold well, so I think that must be a regional thing. I mean, the first time I heard the name PlayStation, it didn't, you know, occur to me that it was a console. It was like, PlayStation? And I was picturing like one of those plastic sort of kitchen sets that, like, you know, you get for kids. Oh, fucking hell. The game's just trying to do me in. I haven't even started this level yet. And it's already been fucking rotten to me. No, what am I doing? I'm gonna go and do the stinky engine room. I can smell the marine diesel from here. That was a total waste, but it felt good. Quite enjoyed killing them. Fucking bees. They need to die. All of them. Every last stinking one. Not in real life. Speaking of life, a thing that's meant to, like, keep you alive is trying to kill you. It's always the bright cartoony worlds that are the most fucking sinister. I think that audio distortion problem with this console is getting worse. I'm going to say this is bad, I'm not just going to go for it because I know my brain's going to remember it backwards. And it did. Now sod these notes, have the gut meds, then go down the stinking engine for one moment. If I don't take that, I'll start feeling very ill very quickly. I don't like taking tablets. Never quite trust them. The thing with music, right, is the engine room music is underappreciated because of where it is. Because you never really pay attention to it, but there's this really cool, like, meter change in it. It's not bad killing those guys. They're always just like engineers, you know. Very working hard, and when you board a ship without permission, it's basically piracy. I mean, I don't know why we're here. We might be, you know, gonna get swords and stuff. Kill in the engine room, I don't doubt it for a fucking second now. I think one of the reasons I do hate this music has that clock sound in the background as well. It's like metronomes, like... I probably knew it was annoying. Get in there. There we go. Thrust. Oh, come off it. I hardly fell a fucking inch there. Sweat. Game cheats. Doesn't play for... Get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, you know, it's like even metered. There it goes on metered. I think it's the only song in the game that does that. I think it's the only fucking one, and no one ever notices it, because... Where is it? Something like that. Yeah, like I say, it's like kind of unappreciated, this this song. Just for that, like... Like, this even meter bit's boring. It doesn't really stick with you. It doesn't stay in your head or anything very much. But once you get to that sort of jazzy odd meter, it's actually quite catchy when it's in isolation, away from the room of frustrations. There's that sort of jazz rhythm to it. I never really picked up on it until I heard the song on its own, outside of the engine room. And then suddenly it all made sense. It's like, oh yeah, shit, there's actually... Wow, you know. I should have pressed the fucking thing before I came over here. I'm having flashbacks to my Let's Play. Oh yeah, one-to-one fucking flashbacks. That was exactly what happened in there. Now I'm nervous. Don't get nervous, because that's when you get slippery fingers and you... Fun fact, this room is why I took up smoking. As soon as the fucking xylophone stays on, like, you're gonna die. I think a big part of it is the camera system is just jank in this room. If I press that, there's a timer, isn't there? So if I press it, and the timer runs out, then I'd have to come back over it. Because it's like the camera just will not line up. Even if you press R, the camera does not want to go straight in this room. That was... I'm sure... Is my controller in shot? It's not. I wish it was, because you would have seen me just mangling the jump button then. You might have caught a bit of movement. I don't know. Get it on the next one. Thing is, I had to come out this way, which means I have to run on the spinny shafts. And this is inherently unfair. What is going to be my best way of exiting? I think actually go that way to exit. I hate this room. Everyone hates this room. But we have learned over the years, do it fast. Yeah, I told you it was on a fucking timer. Yeah, evil merch. Well, now the frame rate's going shitty. Right, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Don't walk on it. It's like getting to a red traffic light. It's stale. You don't know how long it's been in that state. Don't, you know, go at the front. Stay at the back. Take your time. Skip to electric parties. Hop to electric beats. We're gonna have a party now. Move your feet. Yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah. Let's get it done. I don't think I got time. If I get the puzzle and die to the propellers in the back of the ship, that wouldn't work because of the way that they're in. Don't matter, we got the puzzle piece. Now, come on, you fucking fucker. Got it! Get out. It doesn't matter. First fucking time! We did it on the first shot! Ooh. I can't believe I did it on the first go. That was cool. Maybe the rust swore it off. Well, that wasn't far. Haha, joke's on you, engine room. I don't got to worry about your silly timers anymore. I'm gonna fart on you. There you go. How'd you like that? Stinky fucking engine room. It smells like socks that are down the loo. I'm gonna kill this pirate captain geezer, 'cause I don't like his face and think he smells like pest. Oh no, I didn't go in the slow it down room, did I? I'll be fine. Because I don't think I have to go over there, do I? I do. Well, I've started now, I've committed, so we'll just try. So move your feet, cause skip to electric parties, skip to the lettering beats. We're gonna have a party, something, something. Swallow my skeet, that'll do. It's vile enough. It's badly programmed, this room, in a lot of ways. Do you think we can do it? Is it just rigged to always be a hit? Like... So just, you know, go for it, you know? What's the worst that can happen, right? We have to do it again. We already did the difficult bit, so... I mean, that was bullshit. I'd already gone through it. But you know what? I'm not arguing with it. I got what I wanted, game. I always get what I want, and you don't, so fuck you. This is where I just fall off like a non-moving bit of the fucking platform. I don't even care at this point. You know, if everything else went wrong from this moment forth, I don't even think I'd care. After that, that is... You know, I think there's been a bit of a downer on things for a while, and there's no fucking pretending. Maybe things are back on the up now. Maybe we'll get this game finished before fucking Christmas. Maybe we'll actually play Zelda and get it finished before fucking Christmas. Maybe, like, lots of things. I don't know. I don't make the fucking rules. I just make them up and then hope that they apply. They so often don't, but... That jump sucks. Oh, come off it. I was on a slope, you fucking dickhead. Dog monsters. Oh, now dead monsters. And I don't care. I don't even care. After that engine room went so fucking well. Whee! I'm making a cigarette. That is bullshit. That is demonstrably bullshit. Because it even put a fucking ground pound in. Like, even if the slope wasn't there, it's not that fucking high. Is there something about the slope that's making the game math, like, break? Like, and think I'm going farther than I actually am? Because it would sort of make sense in my head. Like, you know, in older games they don't account for slopes, especially games that do most of their movement code in 2 dimensions. Like, you know, build. Like, most of the movement code in build doesn't actually consider height. It's a bit of an afterthought. You know, so the majority of it's all calculated only on XY. And so when you walk on a slope, you seem to actually go faster. Because it's only calculating the XY distance and you're doing, like, you know, whatever X and Y velocity. And that isn't going to change because you're still on the slope, so you'll seem to zip up or zip down. So if you wrote code to compensate for that, you know, it could conceivably, you know, trigger something that made the game think you were walking farther because of, like, Should we just come back to that one later? Because if I... You know, if I fucking did the engine room first time and then die to, like, having to jump across a gap where there's not even anything dangerous, like... That would just be... A stinking controller ain't fucking helping. And I would honestly find it insulting if that happened. The portholes. Somebody's gonna get keelhauled. Keelhauling's fucking brutal. They should bring that back. Someone else is gonna get flogged about the fleet. Get up there, you... Somebody's been flogging themselves over fucking Barry. There's a bunch of fairies. This ship is probably gonna sink, 'cause there's fairies on it, yeah. Dunno, I just couldn't see them being the most competent seamen, to be honest, you know. That's a dead one, I can go in there. Yeah, right. Now, this ain't too fucking bad, is it? Ah, silly TNT boxes. Yeah, I'm not scared of you, I've been down the engine room. I noticed none of you go down the boom boxes. It's like you're scared of it or something. Oh, I'm not going to the engine room because it's got engines in it. Yeah, well, you're just idiots. Wow, the box blew up. What was I saying about only calculating XY positions? I wonder if they do that. I mean, it would be worthwhile, like, especially as the game spawns a lot of them at one point. So, like, doing less mathematics, like, on them would really be probably, you know, not a bad idea. You know full well, if I ever wrote my own game, it would be a spaghetti code mess. Well, like, you know, it could be the most modern-looking game, but a load of the internal functions would handle, like, a 90s sector-based engine. It makes sense, though, at least to me. I understand that, like, the build knowledge is very, very niche and not really very useful. It's like, when the fuck is anything I'm going to use that shit again? Once I finish that clock, I'll have to get back to me school tour, like, level thing, won't I? Well, hey, you just passed your best note score for this world. Get the fucking puzzle piece. In the closet, the banjo's in the fucking closet, yeah. I don't think he is. He still seems more like a sister fucker to me, Banjo. I can't really, you know, criticise him for that sort of thing, I suppose. Ah, it's not an R, it's just a pipe. Good. They're a slightly different colour. Now, this is a bit that always seemed jarring to me, was the, like, just the plain red like that. There's very little detail in there. This game used to be about pirates, and so I sort of wonder, like, Treasure Trove Cove, I've always felt probably dates back to that time. So maybe this does as well. Well, they got on the rings, it'll hurt you. Wow, yeah, the soup does as well. I just went, stupid boy, you'll have to learn that red hot ovens tend to burn. I'm sort of reading that in, like, the voice of Grunty been surprised in my head, you know. It's just, like, amazed, like, what, it's actually done that. How can she see him everywhere he goes, anyway? That's that bog monster. They say that that's living only in, like, 2 dimensions. That's, like, only calculating, like, Y and Z or something. Because there's no room for it to be on the back of that. Everything's very overscaled in it. There's something in these, isn't there? It's just a fucking Mumbo totem. I don't need that shit. Also, Grunty, I wasn't in the oven. I was on the hot plate, so... the hob. So Grunt is dumb as well. Fucking dimwits. Right. Oh, there's a Mumbo token. I'll have that. I always have a vague memory of there being a Mumbo hut over in, like, that corner over there. And there's not. And there never has been, so I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it was a dream I had once. Makes the game like yeah, give me a puzzle piece. It gived. Good. It's mine now. Or mine now. Yeah. I'm going to have to go and do all the shit around the ship at some point, but I'm sort of putting it off for the time being. Let's just run them fellas. We'll leave that in case we need it later. Get in there. A bit frazzled still after the engine room. Ah, yes, the CPU utilisation issue. Yeah, if it's not that, then, you know, generic CPU driver's been forced is all I can think of. Because that used to just force mine to, like, full clock all the time. At the expense that it ran a bit hot and performance was weird in places because certain features weren't, you know, working anymore. It basically just treats it like a 486, well, 2 486s at that point. Which isn't really ideal. But that's how good that machine was. That's what we had to do to make it work. I really hated that F-164. And the benchmarks was rigged. They were definitely rigged, because like every benchmark was, oh, the AMD is like so fast. It was like, the memory speed on it is so fast. It's like, A, it's fucking single channel, B, it's DDR1 running at like, you know, barely more than half the frequency. And yeah, I'll give it the latency's probably lower, but I'm fairly confident my fucking, like, Presler has much faster RAM than this silly fucking AMD thing. And it indeed does, like, if you run an actual program on it, you know, play with video or something that's going to batter the RAM, and it becomes very apparent very quickly that, yeah, the AMD's really not very fast when it comes to that. I mean, later ones that had sort of DDR2 support bodged on, maybe those did go really fast, I don't know, but mine didn't have that, so it shouldn't have, like, got that score, and yeah, it did. So the benchmarks was fixed, or the CPU was somehow rigged to, like, make it fucking, I don't know. Like, for all I know, it just presented it like the cache over and over again in a loop when it knew a benchmark was running. CPU vendors have done shitty things before to enhance benchmark scores rather than actually enhance performance. And I wouldn't put it past old AMD to do that. Yeah, as I say, maybe the later ones were better than what I had. I really don't know, because I never had one of them. I think it's hard-coded to damage us, though, but we're falling real short, and I am starting to think it might be my controller. Because it seems every time I've played it, and I'm on the same controller, that it's been slightly more short of landing it. I think it is the controller. We now have 2 grunty puzzles to get. Yeah, my Presley should be, because that's like all top of the line shit. I don't know, maybe. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. You know, it's not a system I own. I was just annoyed because the one I owned was so damn pathetic. Most things only used 1 core. You know, because most things only ran on 1 core, it wasn't really faster than my K7 had been, because the K7 was, like, faster at the same clock. Not by a lot, it was very marginal. And again, maybe they fixed it in the later ones, but certainly the last time I saw 64, it was still slower than an equivalently clocked K7 by some tiny amount. And I think I'd had a drop in clock speed, because it was like 2 gigahertz, whereas the last K7 I had as a main system was like 2.1. So it was just a little bit quicker in that regard as well. Because like 64X2s, they were like, it cost a lot of money, you know. It wasn't a cheap processor. Right, where should I go now? I guess I got all that shit to do. It's just hope we don't get killinated. I mean, I've been in the engine room, so that's the worst thing. I've been down the propellers, there's only a puzzle. Can't go in that building anywhere. There's a ginger over here, I'm fairly sure. Not one song in this game actually uses portamento, I don't think, so it's all on the pitch bend wheel when he's doing things like that, whereas I would do it with portamento. I don't need the eggs, fuck those. Is there anything else I need? Camera, can you turn around please? I want to look. Yeah, I don't think that... No. We're gonna drown! I'm not sure the boxes count being out of the water, I don't want to risk it. I'll have to grab myself a glass of milk and a couple of biscuits in a few minutes. Because I can't leave my stomach empty after I've taken that pill. I'm going to have something like, you know, a half hour to an hour afterwards. Especially if I want it to work properly. And, you know, I've got to go to sleep, like, in a few hours. So, I don't want my stomach keeping me awake. The troll. Okay. In the bin. I'm having the Mumbo token just because I can. Farting in the hole. Oh yeah, it's double, isn't it, if you want the next extension. I gave you one more, you could give me it back. Whoa! I didn't know that. The honeycomb just floats there. It's a magic honeycomb piece. It's still even got like the draw thing going on where it's like thinks it's in the floor. That's pretty fascinating. Because the weird thing is, like, I think the starting position of the platform is its farthest extension and they get moved back in at map start. I'm not 100% on that, so don't take my word for it, but I seem to think that's what it does. It's a depressive bass line. can't help myself. I got to do these things. I like the choir sample in the background of this. I probably am going to use that in a song someday. Dang it, I think I own the keyboard that they got it out on. I'm sure it's out on the Casio CTKs. A lot of the sounds in this game seem to be out of one of the old, like, SKs or CTKs or SAs. That's a box and not the floor, and surely this should be the floor. That's actually a... Well, I don't know if I'd call it a texture error, but it's a poor texture choice. Yeah, it is quite a depressing place, Rusty Bucket there. I do get the smell of marine diesel when I play it though, so I mean they got something right. And I like the smell of marine diesel. It smells different, like it's diesel, it definitely smells like diesel. I'm trapped! Help, get this thing off, Snorkel. No. Why didn't it drop it on your head? Fuck off and die. Stupid fucking dolphin. Can't I just put duct tape over its fucking blowhole or something? I mean, that'd work, right? Fuck off, I was attacking when it came out. It should have perished. Fuck you as well, buddy. Great, well, so everything's doing me like double damage today, I swear. I think the game's just pissed because I fucking, you know, just shat all over its fucking engine room like big time. I'm only doing this for my own personal gain. It's yours. You could have given me it before. This isn't how transactions work. Like, if I want to purchase goods or services, usually I have to pay before I'm allowed out of the establishment that's selling them. Not the other way around. And certainly I usually have to pay before delivery. You know, if I'm ordering it, like, from, like, elsewhere. I mean, there's some things. I guess if you're like a contractor, you'll... No, I'm not playing with that. Not the way this is going. I'm going back over there and I'm letting the air meter refill. Sucks you never get to hear the underwater version so much. That bit sounds really good on just the harp. Like, it's quite different to the marimba version of it, really. I like the sound of harp, so it serves that thing isn't falling. I'm quite fascinated by that. Do the physics just turn off for honeycombs? I'm not going to get upset about that. That is a minor fucking setback. Is the ladders in that direction? I don't believe there is. So otherwise there'd be no point in having a troll bridge. Well, let me have this manky fucking oil water. I want that camera. I wouldn't mind, but I don't even think that's the first time I've made that mistake. Which I should have stayed in the fucking water because I'm going to go in the water because I'm going... I'm not going in though. I'm going to come back and do that later. Fuck you again. Show it who's fucking boss. I'm going to assert myself over... Alright, I'm going in there now actually. I've changed my mind. Get in the hole. There we go. It's testing my sanity a bit today, to be honest. I'm not having that. Yeah, it's definitely a lot different when you think we started on fucking Spiral Mountain, fucking Happy Land. It's a bright, cheerful cartoon land. And this is where we've done got ourselves. In this fucking mess. Oh, I should have done that before. Yeah. That was a bit weird. I mean, it's what I was hoping it would do, but I really didn't know if that would work. So it just had to be tried. Well, there must be ways to completely bugger up the way this game works and stuff, you know. I've never really tried that hard with this one. Okay, so the collision was, like, just off for a while. That should have sank the boat, really, when you think about it. I just can't be choosers. Is this still poison water? Doesn't look like it. Somehow that one bit of water there escaped the poisoning. Alright, cool. Now I'm leaving. I've had enough. I don't like it in here. Oh, there's a ginger in the corner, isn't there? Don't go swimming in the water, cause the sharks under the water, and they'll kill you in the water, cause there are sharks in the water, and they'll eat you in the water, cause there are sharks in the water, and they'll kill you in the water. Don't go swimming in the water. Fucking bastard, that was completely unfair. Well and truly, this camera system is fucking the shittest in that spot. You know the shark nets like that are supposed to keep the sharks out, not trap them in? Well, it is Gruntilda, she probably fucking did it on purpose. And for all we know, she's been really mean to that shark. And the shark might not be able to differentiate us from her, so... You know, I could really use that honeycomb right now. Well, that's tough shit because we can't get it, so we'll just have to do without. I'm not going in there, and I'm not going back in that water. There we go. That dealt with it nicely. Isn't it insta-die if you go in this stuff? I don't think so, but... Well, I'll still try not to. Evidently it's not. Decided to test it. This is getting bad. Trick is the ground pound. See, at least Grunty has put like proper signage in. You have to, you know, respect that about her. That, yeah, she messed up on the taps in her mansion, you know, we all make mistakes, but she's trying. She's doing her best. Evil she may be, but you got to respect someone who puts the time in, even if you don't like it. I need health. I really need health. It's getting bad. It's getting dire, actually. I mean, I'm not going to climb out on this fucking thing, because if I fall in there, I'm dead. Good camera, stop faffing about. Look, just get me over there. There's where the stupid fucking exploding boxes. Stupid fucking... Is it this one? No, there's a beehive in it. Risks or not? It's a tough question, isn't it? A random box there. Can I get out of bounds on that? No, don't try that. Fucking hell. That's for another day. I'm not doing that now. Yeah, these fucking sloppy, slug-tard things are just infestation at this point. I'll say we need to fumigate this thing. Just fill it with fumes. We could just use the exhaust off the boat, just pump it in there. That would probably kill them. Well, why wouldn't you do that? Let's go down the little P gap. I mean, I don't see a bathroom around here, so you know, you'd just walk down there. And that's the corner of the dock that'd reek. Well, you could just go in here and shit the fucking explosives boxes, I guess. Yeah, you can't get me up here. Not nice. I'll have those back then. I'll take the explosion to the face, it's just easier at this point. And then that was cruel. That's all I get. Fucking spit in my face, I can't even get any more extra lives, because I've already got fucking 9 of them. The game imposes an arbitrary limit there. It's not like games run on decimal logic. So that is an arbitrary limit. Like, you know, if the max was 15, it would make more sense. Like, oh, they're using like a 4-bit value to store that. Oh, no. The max is 9. Pricks. Every gain I make is replaced by a loss. At this point, it's just never ending, and it's can we just sort of equalise it before like it comes and gets us. I'm sure there was a ginger in here. Well, why wasn't he yelling? Really is acting weird today, this game. There's just something off about it. Oh no, I don't want to pick all of those. What? I don't see any notes, so I'm leaving. Where's the way out? Aha. There we go. You've gone pretty well, actually. What sort of... Would have got nearly all the notes. I'll have a cigarette and then I'll get my glass of milk and stuff. How many puzzly pieces do we have? 7. Oh, yeah, this is... For Rusty Bucket Bay, we're actually pretty much fucking killing it. I have to say how long it is since I played this. Dig, 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 dig. I mean, I could be doing worse. Could play Mario 64, you know, and then I would have trouble with the movement constantly. At least in this game, it's only like some of the time. Still amazing how much better this handles than that. Duh. Can you imagine if cranes actually were operated this way? Like, can I tilt that over there a bit? No, of course not. But can you imagine if cranes were operated that way with like the big fucking buttons on the front like that? Oh, it's on a timer, isn't it? I don't need the cutscene. I don't need the cutscene again either. Fuck off. Sorry, the crane operator's a nice man. He won't lower it until we're out of there. Yeah, too late. Right, so there's 7 notes left. So they're over there. There's a ginger up in that corner. Those last few notes I don't really know for sure. And the other puzzle pieces I don't really know for sure. We got both the honeycomb pieces, didn't we? I do believe we did. Is there another hole in the boats? I don't remember there being one, but I sort of do as well. But I think I'm thinking of Shadow Warrior. All things out. Oh, there's 3 notes. Yeah, Boss Boombox, yeah, of course. So, that'll get us some stuff. 96 4 notes to go, so not too bad. That audio distortion's definitely getting worse. I only pressed it twice. We fall in here, we're in all kinds of fucking trouble. One puzzle piece to go. That'll be Boss Boombox. I don't know what them last few notes is though. Can't make it over there. I probably can, but I'd be a fool to risk it now. So I'm not going to. I'm going to play it safe and be puny because there's just no reason not to be, let's be honest. It's not going to save us much time if I don't. Right, so... What is that smell? There's a smell. I can smell the smell. I don't know what it is. It's not like something's burning, so I might as well just ignore it. It's more of a rotten smell. It's probably one of the neighbouring houses. Who dares enter Boss Boombox's hole? Me. I've hidden my jigsaw. You'll never get it. Well, I wouldn't be so sure of that. Oh, the humanity. Well, box manatee. What is a manatee anyway? I'm sure I saw one of them in a wildlife book once. Ah, you splintered me. Take this. I didn't want it, really. Well, you should have said. And I wouldn't have had that whole incident, would we? I gotta find 4 notes and we're done with this level. I'm fairly sure I don't have... yeah, I got all the honeycombs, so... Well, egg's going out of draw distance. No bottles anymore. I mean, that's one good thing about this level. I think that's overlooked, like, oh, Rusty Bucket Bear is, like, evil, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But it doesn't have fucking bottles in it, so, I mean, it can't be all bad. Like, that's a little bit of mercy that it has on you. Oh, I think I know where the notes are. So before I go and get myself a mug of milk and stuff, I'll go and have a quick look. Because I had notes when I went and did the propellers. Yes! Yeah, there's Rusty Bucket Bear done with. Alright, I should be back in just a second. Well, I'll probably be stopping soon anyway. There we go. But yeah, I will be stopping very, very soon. There's no way I got enough time to do Click Clock Wood. I don't have anything to put this on. I don't want to ruin my keyboard shelf because I spent so long making that. Ah, junk mail. That'll do. One moment. Well, they're both at once, they'll just well. I can do it one-handed. A bit awkward though. Don't recommend playing it one-handed. The level seems unthreatening now. I can't believe that actually. So I think what we'll end it is I will go and get the last cheater page and we'll just enter those, or I could go and get those grunty puzzle pieces. Well, we can do it at the same time. Because I do not have enough time to do Click Clock Wood today, that's just not going to happen. But I got a little bit of time, so I might as well get that done and it's not clogging up for the next stream. Wow, one gold feather. Oh, that's so generous of you, Bellend. There's dead catch in the music in this game. It really is. But it's still, even now, it's still fucking good. Ah, shit. Ah, we got loads of time. Easy. Bust the pillars, make the room cave in on him. Well, that's the last time we're going to see him, at least in this game, and I ain't playing that other one probably, so I'd have to have a very strong argument for why I should if I was ever going to play it again. Because I didn't get along with that one. I still find that just sad and pathetic, like how the bloody Potter games on the PS1 did a better job of being that sort of mini-game adventure than fucking Banjo. But maybe that's because it was designed from the start to be a fucking mini-game adventure shit. And Banjo wasn't, was it? Like Banjo was a 3D platformer game. Yeah, funny that. It'd be like if they decided to make Mario, but it was an RPG. Oh, well, they actually did that, and it actually worked. Right, how do I get that fly pad? It's in here somewhere, isn't it? So I need to fly to bust out Grunty's eye. Freezy Peak, I miss you. I'd play you again quite happily, but unfortunately it's not on the cards right now. 12 seconds, that is oddly specific, isn't it? It's going faster, fucking faster, yeah. Smash. Smash it up. Not over. Here. Eh? Oh yeah, I broke it already, didn't I? Or was that last time, or the time that I can't remember? It was like 10 years ago or something, wasn't it? Did I even need the flight pad to get up it? Probably fucking not. One more Grunty puzzle. One more fucking level. Well, yeah, this is getting to be serious fucking potatoes now. I saw the one frame of Grey Cauldron I want 90 eggs. 90. There we go. There he is. Spazzing out in the stars. Anyways, yeah, code entry, and then I'm going to fuck off for the day. So I won't be going in any more levels now. Actually, now it's like a big back and forth in it because I have to go to the Click Clock Wood area to enter that. So yeah, I'll just save that bit for next time. And I still remember what a legend Click Clock Wood used to be, where like there's people who thought it wasn't even real, you know, and shit like that. At least around me. I mean, these are probably less of the widespread fucking things like jump on Toad's head to get in the secret room bullshit, and more like sort of local stuff. Some of it, like it's sort of been left to the annals of history. Me leaky. No good for water. Please take a dump in my head. There we go. We have. I don't know how he drains the water. He is but a bucket, but I don't ask these questions. That is on 90s design. I quite like it. I don't know, that is my desktop wallpaper, isn't it? Go in the fucking door. We already did blue eggs. There is a way to get two of those out of him, and I can't remember how to do it. I don't really care, I don't need it, but... bloody stomach. Where's the H? ERS are all together up here somewhere, yeah. Excellent. All my feathers! Is that all of them? Makes me sick. Fly to me, your butt I'll kick. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? 20 gold feathers you get. New maximum 20 is. Gold feathers you may have 20, but bruises you'll still get plenty. Getting plenty was a slangy word for, like, you know, certain people I knew to imply fucking. And that all just came about because someone said it without thinking. Like, you know, I thought he must be getting plenty. Like, accusing someone of sleeping with someone, so it sort of caught on. So that's as far as we go today. I don't really have time to start anything else. So we beat 2 levels up, and fucking Rusty Bucket, I just slaughtered it really, that one. I mean, all things considered. That went well. That actually went really well. I think I took longer to do Mad Monster. I did Rusty Bucket. I wasn't really surprised. Have a look. Maybe not. No, fucking hell, really? Shit. I took longer in Mad Monster than Rusty Bucket. That's crazy. I mean, how long we took in other things? Gobbys Valley. Freezy Peak was pretty quick. For me, I mean, play that lax purse clanker. It's always over so quick, clanker. Yeah, Mumbo's mountain takes fuck all. It's font made out of eggs. We spent about an equal amount of time in Grunt as well. Yeah, it was nice. I think I enjoyed myself on this one. I'm glad I finally had enough time to do it. Hopefully, it won't be too bloody long before I can do it again and finish this game and maybe start on, like, Zelda on the SNES again or something, because I really, really want to play that again. Not a busted copy this time. That's the important bit. And see if I can kick the shit out of that game. Yeah, with that, I'm Sonic. Shall I have a quick game of Solitaire? I reckon I will. I ain't done that in ages. But, I mean, I'm not going to begrudge anyone if they just clear off. Oh, Solitaire. It's not that gripping, is it? But it was a tradition here, and it ain't been done in a while. This is where people who come late to the stream get confused because they're like, somebody was playing Banjo, and was playing Stinky Solitaire. Well, yeah, that is like a tradition on my live streams that they end with, I think my keyboard shelf's bent or something. It's made out of HDF, so I don't do woodwork. I'm really, really not looking forward to having to do woodwork for that stinking clock, you know. Like, I have considered, like, can't I just build the casing out of metal? And I'm really, really, really not looking forward to, I think that's a better investment. So all the money I'm going to have to spend on stupid fucking strip board to make those stupid fucking diode matrices because of the stupid, stupid, stupid fucking proto board being so fucking crap. It's crap. It just is. It's unusable. Because as soon as you, like, you know, try and solder on it, the wires just go... They actually, like, jump up onto the iron. And, like, you know, if they don't do that, they just vaporise. It's mental. So yeah, that's all I can really do at this point. I think is attempt that, just make it out of 3 pieces of strip board. It's going to be like, yeah, ugly, but gonna have black 9. I'm sure I went past the black 9. I guess I didn't. Shit. Oh, come on, I can't have lost already. And this is why I don't like this game, you see. So I think it's rigged. I'll just build whatever deck I can at this point then. Because I think there was a red 9, wasn't there? There was. I don't know if there was a black 8, but I can't see anything else that I can do, so... There was... And that use that red 7 that I definitely saw. And that'll at least let me move that. It's not ideal, but... Of course. It's just another one underneath it. Oh, well, that a bitch. I might as well maximise this. My N64's still on. I probably shouldn't leave it on. Cunts. I hate this game. I hate it. I don't know if we have the cards for that, but I just have... Like, there's nothing else I can do at this point. So just try whatever's available. I don't understand why shuffling back like that is considered, like, you know, sort of dubious. Because it's like, well, what's it going to do to you at the end of the day? Like, I already know what cards there are. So how is it cheaty? It's not cheaty. Fuck yourself, you think that's cheaty? You're just an idiot, quite frankly. If you consider that cheating. Well, you're not cheating, I can do cheating, but... I'm not into that game, you know. Yeah, a bit of a wind down with Solitaire. I mean, that engine room, that was quite tense. That gave me chest pains. Yeah, that's maybe not good. But it wouldn't have been my chest, really. It would have been my gut. So I get stressed. My guts start, like, you know, we're going overdrive. Oh, no. It's definitely rigging it against us. And we were so close as well. I don't know if I can actually do this. It's not looking very promising. Oh, we tried. Unless... It's not really ideal, but... Well, I don't have the 3 for that. Alright then, we'll get rid of the spades. I honestly don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just sort of... Yeah, let's deal again and see if we can get out of this mess, I suppose. Yeah, let's try again. I can't sit here too long because, you know, like I say, I have to go and do shit and go to sleep. But you know, as I say, an old tradition that we ain't done in a long time. This is looking alright so far, this one. But, I mean, don't speak too soon. It is Solitaire, we know it's fixed. The odds are forever against you in this creaky chair. Yeah, it is. Solitaire is horrible. But the world needs to know. I can't ever let the world forget how horrible this is. That proto board's more horrible. That is. I have had some very low grade, like you know, strip board before, but I mean that's not even strip board. It is proto board with individual pads, and that is by far the worst I've ever had. I cannot build with it. I'm going to put that down and move that 5. That might actually have been worth it, you know. Okay, I have a jack for that. And arguably I might have been better moving that, but Well, we made our decision, now we have to lie in it. There is an ace missing somewhere. I don't have a stack to build for that. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't spot that. No, I didn't spot it, but I didn't. That isn't worth worrying about. So as if we see a black king, it would be better to put that down. We might as well put that 10 out because we know we always have that jack for the other one. And then you can start building a stack on it. Oh, there's the other ace. Ace. That was the name of one of the Doctor's companions in Doctor Who, wasn't it? I think so. I may be misremembering. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Yeah, I should reinvent Solitaire. I have somewhere, I found it a while ago, actually, it wasn't with cards. But I have designed my own games. Like, there was some games I came up with when I was a kid, and I actually found the little rule book thing for one of them not too long ago. That was pretty neat. Pretty pointless. I tell you what I should do, like, you know, on the subject of, like, games, I should check in with how much progress they made getting Dino Planet to work. Because that would be really awesome if you could actually play that game, like, you know, to a decent degree. Like, even if it wasn't playable start to finish. Like, just to play whatever I could of it. That would actually be really awesome. Because I really do like that. Plus I get to stare at Crystal's backside, like, well, I'm not exactly gonna complain about having to do that. I mean, I know it's inconvenient and everything, but I feel like the 8 is probably underneath. That's 7, so you know it will probably actually do this. I'm going to put these down just for convenience sake, but that'll just go in as it is. Yeah, so it is. There you go. We won. Cool. Well, that'll fucking do it. Crystal, come here, my girl. I still think I'd tend more towards Lisa Raccoon if I was going to go fiery, but no. No, I don't want to play your stinking card game again. And there we are. So as always, thanks for tuning in and everything, and putting up with me and my bullshit, and my broken N64, or my 90s capture cards, and my fucking probably awful audio quality, and my fucking maggot pie, and my obviously not mine, Michael Lawrence wrote this. It was a whole series of them. It was just because that acorn-headed Dimbo mentioned maggot pie. It's not called that anymore. I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, that'll do. That's it. And I've got like another part of Age of Empires to edit. Well, I've got one more part to upload and one more part to edit, and then it's probably going to get really, really truncated in any uploads beyond that whenever they appear. Oh shit, it's that vacuum fluorescent display that didn't fucking work. I'm still quite annoyed about that. It's really bad now, electronics. Like, I've found a supplier that's actually good, but they only sell like China shit. And they send you what you've bought, and I've never had bad stuff from them, but as it is China shit, always assume it's 50% what it's rated for. Because, yeah, the big supply is like fucking Mouser and RS and that shit now. It's really annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck off and burn some stuff and brush my teeth and swear at things and yeah. Anyways.